Welcome to Thrive Again, where you will be motivated to live again. Today, we're discussing the transformative power of an apology. Now, we all know that nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes, and sometimes those mistakes can cause rifts in our relationships, especially for those of us who've said, "I do." But there's a special phrase that can often help mend these rifts: "I'm sorry." But an apology is more than just uttering these two words. It's a powerful tool that can enhance communication, cultivate respect, and nurture understanding between two people. When you apologize, you're not just admitting that you were wrong. You're also saying, "I value our relationship more than my pride." It's a way of showing that you're willing to take responsibility for your actions and that you care enough to try and make things right. Now let's talk about the importance of an apology in a marriage. You see, when two people tie the knot, they're not just sharing a home or a last name. They're sharing their lives, their dreams, their fears, and yes, their mistakes. And when one of them messes up, it can shake the very foundation of their union. But an apology, a genuine, heartfelt apology, can help steady that foundation. Apologizing can open up a dialogue, allowing both parties to express their feelings and concerns. It can foster respect, as it shows that you're willing to admit your faults and learn from them. And it can promote understanding, as it gives your spouse a glimpse into your thought process and your motivations. But remember, an apology doesn't mean much if it's not backed by sincerity. A half-hearted "I'm sorry" can sometimes do more harm than good. It's not about who's right or who's wrong. It's about acknowledging that you've hurt the other person and expressing a genuine desire to make amends. So the next time you find yourself in a pickle, remember the power of an apology. It might not fix everything, but it's a good place to start. Remember, an apology is more than just saying "I'm sorry." It's about acknowledging a mistake and expressing a genuine wish to make amends. Remember, just humble yourself and you will thrive again. Now, how do we say "I'm sorry" without inviting the infamous "I told you so" from our beloved spouse? Well, let's dive into the art of apologizing, shall we? First things first, a genuine apology starts with accepting responsibility. It's about acknowledging that you've made a mistake, not just because you're caught, but because you realize it wasn't the right thing to do. It's not about pointing fingers or making excuses, but saying, "Yes, I messed up and I'm sorry." Next, express your regret. This isn't just about saying the words "I'm sorry," but conveying the remorse you feel for your actions. You might say, "I regret what I did and I'm sorry for causing you any distress." Remember, sincerity is key here. Your spouse can tell if you're just going through the motions, so make sure your regret comes from the heart. Now on to the third step, offering a solution or corrective action. This is where you reassure your spouse that you've learnt from your mistake and will do your utmost to prevent a repeat. It could be as simple as promising to be more considerate in the future or offering a tangible way to make up for your misstep. But here's the thing. You can follow these steps to the letter, but if your tone is off or your timing is poor, your apology may not hit the mark. So remember to be mindful of when and how you apologize. The best time to say sorry isn't when tensions are high, but when both of you are calm and open to conversation. And as for tone, well, let's just say sarcasm and defensiveness have no place in a heartfelt apology. In conclusion, a well-crafted apology is more than just saying "I'm sorry." It's about accepting responsibility, expressing genuine regret, offering a solution, and being mindful of your tone and timing. And remember, a properly delivered apology can turn a potential argument into a moment of reconciliation. So just humble yourself and you will thrive again. While words are important in an apology, actions can often speak louder. That's right, it's not enough to just say you're sorry. You've got to show it too, and that's where the proof really happens. You see, when you've made a mistake, the first step, of course, is to acknowledge it. But what comes next? What comes after those two little words, "I'm sorry"? That's the part where actions start to do the talking. Think about it this way. Imagine you've accidentally knocked over someone's coffee, and all you do is say, "Oops, sorry," and then walk away. It doesn't really feel like a genuine apology, does it? Now, what if after saying sorry, you also help clean up the mess and offer to make a new one? That's when the apology really starts to mean something. And it's the same in relationships. If you've done something to upset your spouse, apologizing is just the first step. What really makes the difference is what you do next. Are you going to correct your mistake? Are you going to make amends? Are you going to change your behavior to avoid repeating the same mistake? Let's say you've forgotten your anniversary and you say you're sorry. But then you go the extra mile and plan a surprise date to make it up to your spouse. That action, my friends, speaks volumes. It says, I recognize my mistake, I regret it, and I'm going to make it right. Or maybe you've been neglecting your spouse and you apologize for it, but then you start making a conscious effort to spend more quality time with them. Your actions are showing that you mean what you say, that you're committed to making things better. So remember, it's not just about saying I'm sorry. It's about showing you're sorry too. Because when it comes to apologies, actions really do speak louder than words. It's about turning those words into actions, about turning that regret into a promise for change. And when you do that, when you let your actions speak, that's when you start to thrive again. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about saying I'm sorry, it's about showing you're sorry too. So you've apologized sincerely and backed it up with actions. What's next? You might be asking yourself. Well, after an apology comes the equally important part of forgiveness and moving forward. Let's talk about forgiveness. It's not just about letting go of grudges or resentment. It's about healing, about making peace with the past. It's about understanding that we are all human, we all make mistakes, and we all deserve another chance. Forgiveness allows us to clear the air, to reset the balance, and to start anew. And most importantly, it allows us to free ourselves from the shackles of past mistakes and to focus on the present and the future. Now, moving forward doesn't mean forgetting what happened. It means learning from it. It means taking the lessons you've learned from your mistakes and using them to improve yourself and your relationships. It means not repeating the same mistakes and striving to be a better person, a better spouse. This process, the process of apologizing, forgiving, and moving forward, can greatly strengthen relationships. It fosters open communication, understanding, and empathy. It brings people closer together as they learn to navigate through difficulties, to compromise, and to respect each other's feelings and perspectives. Moreover, this process can also lead to personal growth. It can help you to become more self-aware, more emotionally intelligent, and more resilient. It can help you to develop a deeper understanding of yourself and others. It can help you to cultivate patience, humility, and compassion. And it can help you to build a strong foundation for a healthier and happier life. Remember, an apology is not the end, but a beginning. It's an important step towards thriving again in a marriage. It's the first step towards healing, growth, and stronger relationships. It's the first step towards a better you. So, don't see an apology as a defeat, but as an opportunity. An opportunity to learn, to grow, and to thrive. Bye for now, Thrive Again family. Click like and share for more Thrive Again videos.